Hi guys, George Glinski here from Toe The Line, joined today by Alex Wilson. How are we doing, my man?
All right, but
Oh, good man. Alex, a lot of people won't know you in BKB. You're fighting Bachir Fakhouri on BKB 21. Your big return to bare-knuckle boxing after a significant time away from the sport. But the real question that I have to ask, and I'm sure a lot of people coming into this and seeing you for the first time is, how did you get into bare-knuckle boxing?
well, I used to box, and I had quite a fair few boxing fights, and then I took one last minute for a friend, right? You know, like I wouldn't say a job, but I just said I'd do it, and I didn't really care for it at that point, and I jumped in and I got knocked clean out, and as I stepped back, I got punched, my leg snapped, so I ended up breaking my leg, and yeah, I broke my leg out. I was out for about 6 months, and then. You know, you just feel a bit embarrassed and you just want to come back and prove yourself a bit. I took a fight against a kid called Nathan Russo. He was like, he was like an Olympic up and comer back in like 2012. And I fought him for like, you know, some like made up stupid title that they have on like the undercard shows.
Yeah.
I fought him for some like world champion stupid fucking belt. And then I beat him in 5th round. And I thought, I put my head to it and I trained. I had to go somewhere here. So found myself a gym, and then I went for it. And then I had a couple more boxing, won, and then a guy. I won't mention any other promotions, but I got offered a few bare knuckles on this promotion. I thought bare knuckles, you know what I mean? It's a bit different, isn't it? But I thought, you know, I'll give it a go. And I had 4, and I won them all.
Yeah, you know, you were 4-0. You were well known on that sort of regional circuit, and BKB, as far as I'm aware, Jim and Joe gave you a couple of offers to come over to BKB before you got here.
So yeah, like quite because I've known Jim and Joe probably since I got into bare knuckle. You know, because it's always been the biggest. You've always known about it, and I've cornered people from like Nate Dogg when he fought Jamie Proctor, cornered Eric against Nelder, cornered Ash Gibson when he beat Don Clark. I've been on the BKB scene and I know a lot of the fighters like personally as well, but I've never really thought I was good enough to be one of the fighters, if that makes sense. And then I got offered like 2 or 3 times by Jim and Joe, and then they basically said, "Well, fuck you then," which I don't blame them because you can't give someone that many chances. And then I'm like, so I said yeah in the end and got it sorted. And then I won't lie, my ass kind of flapped, and I didn't know whether to take a fight. I didn't know. Who to take a fight against, and then I got my head in training. I said, you know what, I'm just gonna go for it. So I'm here to make a statement now. Really, I'm 25. I'm young, but I'm ready.
I mean, you are super young. I wonder what age you started in combat sports in general, because to come into bare knuckle boxing at this sort of age, people are generally going down that gloved route, down that mixed martial arts route. You know, more traditional forms of fighting.
I think I started boxing training when about 16, 17. Nothing major though, you know, just training with your mates and stuff. And I never once thought I'd have a fight, to be fair. I just didn't. Like, everyone dreams about it and thinks that they're gonna and say that they're gonna, but it's different getting in there and doing it, isn't it? But yeah, did that, and I won't. I don't think I'll do those again now. Like, I just prefer bare knuckle. It's the most natural form of combat, in it. Like, you've got toe to toe, your gloves off, go for it.
So having been there in that setup, sorry to cut you off there, having been there in that setup around the BKB, well, the show itself in the back room, being a cornerman and so on and so forth, do you feel like you know what the difference is going to be on fight night going from the regional circuit?
Obviously, it's a huge difference, because obviously like the crowd that you're fighting in front of, the level. Like, I don't want to go in there and just get drawn into a brawl and look tacky, because I'm not a tacky fighter anyway. I am quite a technical fighter. Like, my first 2 probably look shit because I was against 2 absolute morons. You know what I mean? You kind of have to learn to not get drawn into. Fuck off. You have to kind of learn not to get drawn into a brawl, because you just drop to their level, don't you? And then I'd rather be known for my boxing and my level of boxing than just always tough him. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to be that. So yeah, I know what to expect. I'm not nervous about all that. I'd fight him in a barn, or I'd fight him at Wembley. Do you know what I mean? It don't bother me.
Yeah. And Bachir Fakhouri, obviously, fight night BKB 21 in July, not long now.
9 weeks.
What can you expect from Bachir? He's an unpredictable opponent. Is probably the nicest way to put it.
Bashir is one of them, right? He's a good kickboxer. Don't get me wrong, he can kick, but he's not kicking me. So Bashir, I like Bashir, mate. I've followed him on Instagram. I spoke to him. He's a decent kid, but all pressure's on him, mate. He's had how many he's had BK 2 now.
2, yeah.
And he's had 2 first-round stoppages losses. So if he don't beat me, he's out, isn't he? So all the pressure's on him, mate. Listen, I'm there to do a job, and we'll see on. And my only problem is if I get drawn into a brawl, Bashir, he's an heavy hitter. So if he catches me, it's one of them, and he can go either way. But I don't think my boxing ability, I think I'll hold me on.
With a guy that has been, knocked out so many times in his career, is that the expectation coming in? Are you expecting a quick finish? Or
I could see him say I'm going to blast him out in first round. I can't just say that because he might take a totally different route to this camp. It's his last chance. It's redemption. He's got to do this and that. So I'm not. If I go in and try to swing for his head and he actually tries boxing me, I'm real stupid one. So we've been working on stuff. I won't say how much about I am, but I like to fight on back foot anyway. So if he wants to walk towards me, I can do it, mate. You know what I mean? So my only thing is getting drawn into a brawl with him. Like that's the only way that I think I'll get knocked out because I've got quite a good chin on me anyway. So I'm not too bothered. I mean, he's one of them. He's a legit fighter. Don't get me wrong. He's tough, isn't he? Like he's not. He don't mess about. But his record isn't the best, is it? So it's all on him. All the pressure is on him. So I'm not too bothered.
Yeah, I mean, on the mental side of things, he's coming in looking for redemption. He's had a difficult run in BKB, but for you, a completely different challenge, a child on the way. How is that adding to the pressure of fight night against Bachir Fakhouri?
Yeah. It ain't. Like, my girlfriend's cool, man. Like, she don't care. She cooks my meals. She helps, preps. She knows what it is. You know what I mean? She's just cool, mate. Like, she's only 14 weeks, so it's not like I could be getting it ring and she's gonna pop her waters. You know what I mean? So I'm not overly that much pressure about it. So yeah, that doesn't play a part. I've got a good gym. I work at the gym, so I'm always there anyway. So it's a good camp so far. The weight's coming down. Looking forward to it, mate. I'm gonna enjoy the full thing from weigh-ins to walking out to fighting. I'm just gonna enjoy it. You can only get one debut, don't you, on that show?
For sure. So fight night. I mean, where are you preparing for this one? I'm not entirely sure exactly where you train out of. I heard Matthew Hodgson's name thrown around. Who are you preparing with for this fight?
So me and Matthew are just going to spar together because we live local, but we've our own gym. So I train with Danny Turton. He's a professional kickboxer, but he's a very good technical coach. And I've been with Danny now for 3 fights, and then 2 fights, and then them 2 fights is where I've really improved on my boxing. Look technically better. And after them 2 fights, I've been said, "Oh, you boxed well," then not, "Oh, you're not fuck out of him." Then do you know what I mean? It's you boxed well. You're not you did this and that, which you prefer.
So finally, before we go into thanks and people you have to thank for this fight so far, a prediction from you. How are you seeing this going on fight night?
Do you know what, George? I think he's going to knock me out at end at first. Nah, I think either end at first, start second. When I get my momentum, we'll see, mate. We'll see.
Brilliant. Okay, so finally, anyone you have to thank? Obviously, your girlfriend is obviously a key one to thank there.
Yeah, obviously my girlfriend. I'd like to thank Jim and Joe for giving me the opportunity. I'd like to thank all my fans. I'd like to thank Jesus. Just all my sponsors for helping me out. Just everyone who's jumped on me. I've had a lot of good sponsorships that jump on. It's helped me a lot with like equipment, nutrition, training, towels. It helps a lot, man. So big thank you to everyone who's jumped on and helped me.
Brilliant. Alex, thank you so much for your time. Can't wait for fight night. I'll see you there.